I'm now going to show you how to successfully remove nail ridges from your nails. And we're going to use a 3-way buffer or a 4-way buffer. Now with a 3-way buffer you're going to have a rough side for removing nail ridges, you'll have a side for a smooth the nail and a shine side, which gives us our 3 sides. The first side is the roughest, the second side is then a smooth, and the third side is a shine. Or if you like, you can use a 4-way buffer. And what you have on here is side 1, which is a file nail and a file nail edge. Now we don't ignore this side at Lunatips because it's no good for filing nails. Then you have side 2, which removes your ridges, side 3 for smoothing the nail, and side 4 for shining the nail. Now personally I like to use my 3-way buffer, which is from Asda, and now this is a 4-way buffer from Body Shop, which I haven't used yet, so I really can't say what it's like, but we'll give it a bash during this video and we'll both see whether it's any good or not. So let's get going. Like I say, we'll try this 3-way buffer, this 4-way buffer from Body Shop first, see if it's any good. Right, now when you first come to Lunatips, you may be concerned with vertical nail ridges which run up and down the nail in this direction. Now that's what we're going to be looking at. So first of all we're going to use your remove ridges side, which is side 2 on your 4-way buffer. Now we're going to concentrate first with the lower half of your nail, and we're going to go in circular motions across the nail. You don't want to over buff the nail, just want to remove those vertical nail ridges. Now we're paying particular attention to the lower half of the nail, so that as the nail grows out on the top half we haven't got too much to work to do because we've done all the main work down here. Now bear in mind we do our nail ridges after we've pushed our cuticles back. Now if you'd like to watch the video for pushing cuticles back, you'll see that's before this one. Now what we want to do is we want to pay particular attention to these side bits here, make sure they're nice and smooth. Nice small circular motions. Now you don't want to over buff because your nails are supposed to be arched and not meant to be flat, so you don't want to buff the whole nail away. You don't want thin nails. You have thin nails, they're just going to keep breaking as soon as they become free edges. As you can see, circular motions, then paying attention to the lower half of the nail. I'll come to the upper half in a minute. Now as you can see, you may be able to see on there, maybe on this one, I'm not done yet, you've got horizontal nail ridges. Now these are growth lines. These are each horizontal line is a month's growth. Now we don't want them too visible, but we don't want to annihilate them and remove them completely, because if you do you're going to make your free edge up here become weak as it grows out and more prone to breaking, and we don't want to do that. So I'm going to feel with me lips now, because that's the best way for feeling nail ridges. And that's a nice glass, that feels like a nice glass-like surface now. So I'm just going to give it a little whiz, circular motions over the free edge area. Now when we are buffing nails, we never ever want to come into contact with the underneath of the free edge, which is where we file. If we come into contact with this part of the nail is just going to want to break either side here at the base of your free edge. So that's about it for the side 2 on our 4-way buffer. I'm happy with that. I've just run that across my mouth, it's beautifully smooth. Now I'm going to use side 3 on the 4-way buffer now, which is smooth nail. Again, pay particular attention to the lower half of the nail, so that as it grows out and becomes the nail tip, we haven't got to do too much work around the vulnerable free edge. I'm going to feel that again with my lips. And I'm really, really happy with that. I've got no bumps here at either side, although I can vaguely, just faintly see my nail growth lines, which are my horizontal lines. My glass actually feels like my nail actually feels like a smooth piece of glass, which is what we want. I'm going to use now number 4 of the 4-way buffer to add high shine and gloss. Nice circular motions. Now I must say, I really quite like this 4-way buffer from Body Shop. It's a shame it's not a 3-way buffer. Now, as you can see, there's one I've done and there's one I haven't done. And now we're just going to repeat that process for the rest of our nails. Again, using side 2 of the 3-way buffer. Circular motions, again paying particular attention to the lower half of the nail here as it grows out, which is why we do our ridges before we do, we do our cuticles before we do our red ridges, because we want to expose the new nail underneath, because we want to buff this. Again, want to pay particular attention to the sides as well, because if we leave these bumpy as they grow out through the free edge, they become prone to catching here and breaking, and the break will go right horizontal across your nail. You'll lose the complete nail, and we really don't want that to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on with buffing my nails, because otherwise I'm going to run out of time for the video, and I'll get back to you in a few minutes to show you the end results.